Qiangtang River has always been an important commercial artery, bringing trade and prosperity to Xi'an's capital city, Hangzhou, a city which blends beauty and tranquility with the bustling and modern financial centre. And if you're a badminton fan, nothing could be better than witnessing the best of the best do battle for a staggering $2.5 million prize fund here at the end-of-year championships. Welcome to the magnificent Hangzhou Olympic Sports Centre Gymnasium for the second session on day 3 of the HSBC BWF World Tour Finals. And the atmosphere is growing here inside the arena. And the first thing that will happen is that the World Tour Finals trophy will be brought into the arena. And this evening it will be brought in by Chen, one of our wonderful army of volunteers. New trophy this year, and the trophy that all the players want to win come Sunday. Now, as far as the tournament format is concerned, over the first 3 days, it's a round-robin format where everyone plays everyone else in their group to determine the top 2. Those top 2 will progress through to the semi-final knockout stage tomorrow before all 5 finals on Sunday. So this evening is the last of the group matches and the last chance for players to book their place in the semi-finals. So, looking at our order of play for this evening, we're going to start with women's doubles, and both pairs with a mathematical chance of qualifying. Kusuma and Pratiwi from Indonesia up against the Olympic champions and defending champions here, Chen and Jia Yifan. Then it's the first of our men's singles, and Li Xia, the Olympic bronze medalist. He's won both of his group matches so far, so he's already qualified. But there is a scenario where the Asian Games gold medalist Li Xifeng can also qualify. Sadly, we won't be having the men's doubles due to a back injury to Ren Xianwu, so Alfian and Ardianto are already through to the semi-final stage. So we'll have 2 men's singles in a row, and the men's singles of Group B is a straight knockout competition, as it were, because it's a straight playoff for who will be second place within the group. It will either be the reigning world champion Kunlawut Widdowson or the All England champion Jonathan Christie. Then we'll finish with a men's doubles, and now in this group only 3 because of the retirement of Ren Xianwu. Gautama and Isfahani must win in 2 straight games to qualify for the semi-final. The 2-time Olympic bronze medalists Aaron Chara and So Wee-ik only need a game in their match today to book their place in the semi-final stage. Well, with women's doubles being our first match this evening, a chance for us to look at this Group B encounter. This group featured the number 2 seeds, Iwanaga and Nakanishi, who haven't actually won a match so far. Also in this group, Bekana and Lee So-hee, who were beaten finalists a year ago in these end-of-year championships. Chen and Jia Yifan are currently top the group, having won both of their matches in 2 straight games. So it's a tall order for Kusuma and Pratiwi to book their place in the semi-final. I'm Jill Clark, delighted to say that Steen Pedersen is sitting alongside me as always. And Steen, just quickly explain, as we see the court officials come on, what do the Indonesians need to do to actually qualify?
Yeah, there's several ways the Indonesians can qualify. The easiest is to win this match and then hope that Ren Iwanaga and Ki Nakanishi also wins their match. Then they are through to the semi-final.
So it's not just dependent on what they do, it's also dependent on the other match within this group. And that other match is going to happen at exactly the same time, but on court number 2. Well, it always gets very exciting on the last of the group match days with all the permutations of who could qualify and whether you finish top in the group or not. Of course, semi-finals is a knockout stage, and if you finish top in your group, then you will either be the number 1 or the number 2 seeds. Who you play in the semi-final will be drawn It's not the winner of one group plays the runner-up of the other group. There is a draw to see who meets in the semi-final stage, but it's definitely worth being one of the top 2 seeds. Of that, I can assure you. So the light show before the first matches gets underway, and the intensity of the matches that we've had so far this week have been absolutely terrific. And we've had a lot of drama and a lot of upsets. The number 1 seed in the men's singles, Anders Antonsen, he lost yesterday to Lee Si-ja, the man we will be seeing in our second match here this evening. And of course, the women's doubles, which we will see in just a moment, the Olympic champions playing in their first competitive match together since winning Olympic gold in Paris. Chen had not played for 130 days prior to Wednesday, but she's played extremely well. So the first of our matches this evening on day 3, it is women's doubles, and it is Kusuma and Pratiwi of Indonesia against the defending champions and Olympic champions, Chen and Jia Yifan. So the Indonesians, Febriana Puji Kusuma and Amalia Pratiwi. And listen to the roar for their opponents, the reigning Olympic champions, the 4-time winners of this event, Chen and Jia Yifan. They've won this title for the last 2 years, and they are on a mission to equal the record of 3 consecutive women's doubles titles. The record held at the moment by Wang Xiaoli and Yu Yang, also of China. Well, this will be a 6th meeting between these 2 pairs, and if you're an Indonesian fan, this will be a little ominous because all 5 previous encounters have been won by the Chinese combination.
So, would you like to call
and in
black
fact,
or red?
All 5 meetings
black, you have red.
in 2 straight games.
It is black. Who will serve first? Kusuma to serve, who will receive?
So the Indonesians
which side?
have won the toss of
the
coin,
okay.
and they have chosen to serve. There is a little bit of a drift in the arena, as there always is with any bigger arena. Warm air rises, and therefore it creates a bit of an air current flow, and that just does move the shuttle a little. Febriana Kusuma is 23 years of age, from Jember in East Java province. 163 equates to 5'4", and she and her partner are currently enjoying their 4th week in total, playing off their career high of 10. Amalia Pratiwi is the younger of the 2, but also 23 years of age, 8 months younger, and she's the taller of the 2 at 5'7". They lost on Wednesday to Baek Hana and Lee So-hee, the number 3 seeds, and then they beat the number 2 seeds, Iwanaga and Nakanishi, 21-11, 21-17. That was yesterday, and my goodness me, didn't they play well. This is Chen, who is actually a 6-time winner at the end of season championships, because she's also won 2 mixed doubles titles with Zheng Shiwei. That was back in 2016 and 17. Both she and her partner are 27 years of age. She's from Meizhou in eastern Guangdong province. The left-hander, Jia Yifan, is from Tianjin on the northeast coast of China. They're actually making their 7th appearance here at the end-of-year championships. And they already hold the records of more women's doubles titles than any other pair. Looking at their matches, well, on Wednesday they beat the #2 seeds, Iwanaga and Nakanishi. And then yesterday beat Beikana and Lee So-hee in a repeat of last year's final. Jeetan Bhatt from Australia is our umpire for this one, and Paul Buffum from England is the service judge. So while the players are just getting ready, Steen, the fact that the Indonesians have never won a game is a little bit ominous. They've got to do something different today.
Yeah, they do. They do, but this group is so tricky that mathematically the Indonesians can actually lose in straight games and still progress to the semi-final, depending on the other results. So it's all very exciting.
No doubt who the fans are supporting. So it is the Indonesians, Kusuma and Pratiwi. Finished #7 on the race to these World Tour finals, whereas Chen and Jia Yifan only qualified due to the fact that they won Olympic gold, because they actually finished the year way down at 23 on the race to the World Tour finals.
I was a little concerned, I guess we both were, about these Olympic champions that hadn't really played. Li Yang, he's retired completely in the men's doubles, and Jiang Siwei and Huang Yachong hasn't played either since the Olympics. But so far they've actually done quite well in the tournament. Jiang and Huang qualified for the semi-finals, and these two fantastic women's doubles players with a strong chance of qualifying as well.
Well, it's an interesting point you make, Steen, because, you know, you don't go winning Olympic gold medals unless you've got star quality and you've got the skills. But, of course, if you've been away from the match courts and you haven't been training, you haven't been practicing, and we did think in Chen in her very first match on Wednesday against Iwanaga and Nakanishi, the first half a dozen rallies or something, she looked completely off the pace, but she's picked up.
She was trying to escape up to the net and hide there and let Jiang Yifan do the rest. But she quickly got back into it. And, I mean, it is some of the biggest stars that we're talking about. In men's doubles, it's the two-time Olympic champions. And for both men's doubles and women's doubles, it's Olympic silver medalist followed up by an Olympic gold medal. So they're twice medalists at the Olympic Games. So they are amongst the strongest to play the game.
Yeah.
And for those cheering for the Olympic champions, I can tell you that once they go from scoring 28 points to 29, they're assured of qualifying for the semi-final.
In total, you mean?
In total. If they win a game, they're also certain of qualifying. So if they reach that point, then it becomes, the last spot becomes a matter between the three remaining pairs in the group.
Oh, that's well taken from Pratiwi. Well, they've won 2 World Tour titles this year, have this pair from Indonesia. In fact, their first ever World Tour title, that was the Australian Open. And they backed that up by winning the Chinese Taipei Open as well. In fact, 2 titles in 2 tournaments played. They reached another 2 World Tour tournament finals as well, the Indonesians, the Spain Masters and the Thailand Open. And again, that was 2 finals and 2 tournaments played. Once they're on a roll, it seems, Steen,
Yeah.
they're very good indeed.
Yeah, and they were a little bit the outsiders to qualify here, but they managed to raise their game enough in the 2 last tournaments to book a spot.
Ooh,
Yeah, that's well left.
very well left. What is it, Steen, that makes this Chinese pair so special?
There's many things, in my opinion. First of all, their fighting spirit. When they're dialed in, they're really, really strong. Jia Yifan, obviously, super dangerous with her left hand, both from the backcourt area and from the front court. So they're able to tailor the game to their opponents, and she can sort of be the danger lady from the backcourt with her big smash, but she can also be the finisher from the front court, where Chen then takes on the role as that's a fantastic defensive shot there. That's not the first time we've seen that this week. Where Chen is sort of like the playmaker from the backcourt, trying to set up Jia Yifan at the front, and then very, very solid defense, doesn't make a whole lot of mistakes when they're playing at their best. I think we've seen here so far in this tournament actually a little bit more dangerous play from in terms of not so good for the opponents, because she's more dangerous, Chen, than we've seen her. I guess that's...
Yes, she is absolutely lethal at the front of the court, reads the game well, has proved so far, and certainly on that last rally. Good serve, anticipated the 3rd shot, and the reward is a 7-point advantage.
Tapi ada kesempatan sedang kamu beraniin, gitu. Jangan terlalu soft.
So 11-4 the advantage to the defending champions and 4-time winners from China. Block and move forward from Chen. You see it time and time again.
Yeah, and prior to that, very active movements from Jia Yifan on the front court, really looking for the opportunity to get involved.
Pushed it long. great serve. Goodness. She doesn't use that often, does she? But when she uses it,
Yeah.
I reckon about 90% of the time it's a winner.
It looks exactly the same, the movement, whether she's going to play a low serve or a flat flicker, or a high flicker for that matter.
It's one of the most powerful smashes in the women's doubles discipline. Chai fans.
And especially there, you can see Chen moving away so that Jia Fan can come forward with the forehand. Very, very hard to withstand that attack from the opponents. And they're just grinding away, the Olympic champions.
Oh, there it is again. Oh.
And the winner again.
I think they're challenging it. I saw that as just out. It always makes me chuckle when the Chinese fans start shouting in or out not in Chinese, in English.
Yeah. And it doesn't matter where they're seated in the stadium, they feel they have the better view anyway.
Yeah, it was out.
You were right,
good,
Jill.
Good challenge.
So one game here will secure Chen and Jia the #1 spot in the group. That means they will either play the second finisher in this group or the runner-up in the other group, and they will avoid an eventual repeat of the Olympic final until an eventual final if both Chinese pairs win.
Yes, because Group A has been concluded. That the last matches in Group A of the women's doubles were played in the first session today, and we know that Liu Shengshu and Tang Ning, they actually came through a very tough match against Pearly Tan and Tina Muralitharan, winning in 3 games, but it means that they've played 3, won 3, so they're top of the group.
Yeah. And it also supports what you said earlier on, that there's been a lot of surprises here, because we actually haven't had any direct playoffs for group win here on Friday. Normally we have that, where the 2 top seeds in the group have won their 2 early matches Wednesday and Thursday. That hasn't happened this year.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah, not happy with myself there. No, it's interesting, but do you think that some of that in some of the disciplines is because we've had Olympic champions, such as the women's doubles, such as the mixed doubles, that have been the last qualifiers. They've only got in the tournament. So the way that the structure works is the #1 seeds, or the top seeds in the group, play the
lower seeds,
the lowest seed in the first match on Wednesday.
Yeah. I totally agree that's the case. They've simply performed much better so far than their seeding in this competition here.
Plus, we've had more than 1 pair in certain disciplines, and they've been in the same nationalities.
Yeah.
They've been in the same group, and under the regulations, they must play each other on day 1.
And in both mixed doubles groups, those 2 pairs have actually progressed to the final stage.
Yes, absolutely. 2 Chinese pairs in Group A, and 2 Malaysian pairs have qualified from Group B. Missed it. So just to recap on what you were telling us earlier, Steen, if Chen Cheng and Jari Fan win this opening game, they've definitely qualified.
They qualify and they win the group.
Yeah. Gosh, there's that powerful smash again. Service error from Chen Cheng. That's a beauty. Lovely, lovely block from Kusuma. That's nice defense as well from Chen Cheng. That time the drive, and it was a deceptive drive. She seemed to sway the body one way and hit the shuttle the other. Super shot. Game point opportunities. And opportunities to book their place in the semi-final tomorrow. Oh, I think she may have broken her strings. Didn't sound right. From Chen Cheng. Wonderful smash across the body of Kusuma to close out the opening game. 21-14 in 17 minutes. And the defending champions, despite not playing a competitive tournament since the Olympics, are looking extremely good.
他让我打库苏马，我站在哪里，他打到哪里。我稍微打长一点，然后我们两个一人一边。对，主要那个你自己上。OK。
seconds. Court 1, 20 seconds. Second game, level, play.
So 1 game to the goods, the 4-time former champions, Chen and Jia Yifan. And I'm pretty certain, Steen, oh, look at that defence again. That's just unbelievably good. Chen. Even so, they will have worked out, as you have done, that they've already qualified for the semi-final stage. They will want to be winning in 2 straight games, but given the competitive character that you talked about at the start of the match.
Yeah, there's no need to be on court for an extra 3rd game. According to Chen and Jia, there's more tough matches to come in the weekend. And I know they haven't played for 4 months, but they haven't lost a match since they've lost only 1 match since the 13th of April, the Asia Championships. The only match they lost was the Indonesia Open final to Baker and Lee. It's a pretty good record.
It's astonishing statistics, isn't it? Four finals this year. Not only winning the Olympic Games, but also winning the French Open and the Singapore Open, which were 2 of the 6 750 events. In fact, but weren't they the only 2 before the Olympics?
There was India Open.
Oh, yes. Yeah. And I don't think they played India.
No. I think French Open was probably one of their priorities because it was played in the Olympic arena, and well, they're undefeated in that arena.
Yeah. Now, if you haven't been with us earlier in the week, not only have you missed some terrific badminton, but you would have missed us hearing us talk about the drift. And the shuttle is flying slightly faster, going towards the far end, which means it's holding up this end of the court, as happened in that last rally. Oh, that's a great smash. Across the body of Chen. Lovely. And do you think this is the right thing for the Indonesians to do, to try and get themselves on the attack?
I wouldn't bet too much on it. I think their firepower, the Indonesian smash strength is less than the Chinese, and that means I think the Chinese have a better chance of controlling their defense and outmaneuvering the Indonesians. So they've got to be careful not to sort of give the opponents too many chances of counter-attacking. Now this is much better in my opinion. Look at that. Again, that touch from Chen. But I like that they try to play a constructive defense. I mentioned it a lot of times that I feel that that's the right way to go in the women's doubles, unless you have so much firepower as Chen and Jia, and perhaps Liu and Tan Ning. You see, way too often women's doubles combinations sort of outplay themselves by going too much for the winners too early in the round. That's a beautiful shot, that one. Just play variation.
Missed it. But yeah, I agree with you, but I don't see the Indonesians winning by defending.
No.
They've got to be more precise with their attacking play, vary it more, but they need to be hitting in a downward direction and getting the front player involved.
The defense should provoke some situations where Chen and Jia make some bad choices and attacks a little bit out of position. I don't think it's likely that they will do that too much because they're so experienced, but that's the best way to do it, the way I think. And playing constructive defense on that far side now for the Indonesians is becoming increasingly more difficult because their opponents are hitting harder than they are. And the harder a smash you're facing, the more difficult it is to control your reply and place it accurately. So it's a tough task. The positive thing is they don't have to think so much about playing it long.
Because they're hitting against the drift, yeah.
Good shot from Chen. Good variation.
This could be developing into the longest rally yet, you know.
Yeah.
A punch clear there. Chen Xingchen wasn't interested, was she? You go, partner.
Yeah.
It's just wide. Clearly the longest rally, 56 shots.
And Chen is taking a little walk there, trying not to give too much away, but she's a little bit tired.
I could tell that when the punch clear came in, and she just stepped forward and called her a partner. You run back for that one over my head.
And always take that walk away from the umpire.
Four straight points to go into the lead. Yeah, was aware that it would be better for her partner to come forward and play the smash rather than moving backwards to play the smash. So Jia Yifan just stepping out of the way. Six straight points. Wow, that's a super smash. Make that 7 straight points into the mid-game interval with a 4-point advantage. Chen Xingchen and Jia Yifan.
Cari serangan. Nah, posisi baseline, kamu arahin dulu, ya. Gitu loh, arahin dulu, dan kalau nembak kenceng, jangan gerak dulu, tunggu dulu. Gitu. Lagi nanggung, tapi buntunin aja, nggak apa-apa. Tapi jangan berubah arah siap dibanting. Kalau berubah arah, kamu siapin banting gitu. Tapi kalau lurus ya tinggal ngarahin aja, ya. Ayo, lebih sabar lagi, lebih yakin aja, ya. Lebih yakin.
11-7.
So on a run of 7 straight points. Chen Qingcheng and Jia Yifan. First thing the Indonesians have got to do is stop this run.
They're making so good decisions, Chen and Jia.
Lovely block. Yeah, they're trying to isolate Chen Qingcheng.
That's a good idea. Yeah,
Super.
that's well played.
Look at the 2 Chinese players, they've been double. Yeah. 80 shots. And that rally hurt.
Yeah, she's got 2 short legs to get that to that one.
Good rally.
Brilliant play.
Yeah.
So the thing that more or less expected the Chinese to do here, at least Chen Qingcheng, when she was at the backcourt, be a little bit more aggressive. She was before that shot there. And the cross-court, cross-body attack worked as magic. Because she definitely didn't want another one of those long rallies with clears and drops and movements from side to side. Good
Super.
play.
There's the change of pace that you were talking about.
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice. I like that push into the deep forehand corner.
Good shot.
4 of the last 5 points
Yeah.
since the mid-game interval. I wish I knew what had been said in that coaching break. Whatever was said, he's worked wonders.
They're playing the offense much better, the Indonesians. They're not getting out of balance. They're not giving opportunities for counter-attacking.
That's a pity from an Indonesian point of view.
It's the right idea, blocking it to the backhand of Jia Yifan.
It was another long rally.
That's two costly netted shots by the Indonesians, just as they were about to catch Chen and Jia.
Both of them I would put down as unforced errors.
Yeah, more or less.
Just wide.
She got a little bit annoyed there, Jia Yifan. Sometimes when she does that, she starts a streak where she loses the focus a little bit. Wide.
Oh, look at that block again. Gosh, she hasn't lost a touch on that, has she? Chen Cheng. Oh, there you go. Curse of the commentator.
Yeah. But that was a super well-placed smash right in between the two Chinese players, where you have to stretch a little bit.
Back level.
Yeah. And sometimes it's situations like this, a tournament where had it been a normal World Tour tournament, then they would have been on the plane now for the next tournament, because they lost their first match against Baek and Lee, and that normally would have meant that they were finished in the tournament. Now they have a chance to play two more high-quality matches, and they won yesterday, gaining some confidence, I suppose, because the first result, judging from the ciphers, were not very convincing. Lost 6 and 17 to Baek and Lee. So this is a good chance for development for Prativi and Kusuma.
What a return. But you have to ask the question, what was Pratiwi expecting? What was she hoping for on the return of serve?
I think perhaps the serve was a little loose, because it seemed like she dived a little bit, protecting her eyes.
Oh, look at that. Wonderful shot from Chen.
Kusuma should have blocked. There was no chance. She played it directly into the racket of Chen.
Still lovely skill from Chen.
Yeah, exactly.
17-15.
Chinese pair. And again. Here's the half smash, then an angled smash, then a drop.
Good defense.
It's a wonderful rally altogether,
Yeah,
wasn't
fantastic rally. Had everything.
I know that they didn't win the rally, but you know, I like the way that Chen was varying the pace and the angle of her attacking shots.
Yeah.
And their defense earlier on.
That was unbelievable.
Totally unbelievable. That's short. Wrong placement of the smash from Pratiwi. Too much across court, wasn't it, without any pressure? Two points away from a perfect record in the group stage for the defending champions. Oh, yeah, I'd challenge that. Maybe the drift has held it up, but the way that the shuttle was flying off the opponent's racket, I thought that was going to go long. Here we go. No, good call by the line judge. And indeed, that little bit of drift may be just making the difference. 1 point in it. Amazing defense. This is such an important rally. From the Indonesians got shorter and shorter. And big smiles from the Chinese camp, including Tao Xiaoming, Chinese coach. Big gulps of air being taken on board. Just one more point needed for Chen and Jia Yifan.
Thank you, players.
Even the #1 seeds, the new world #1s, haven't won all of their matches in 2 straight games.
No.
But there's 2 opportunities for the Olympic champions to do so. Yeah, everyone wants a picture. First match point well saved.
Oi.
Oh my goodness!
Landed in.
What a way for it to end. 21-19, the second game, the misjudgment at the back of the court. And the 4-time champions, Chen Qingcheng and Jia Yifan, into the semi-final once more. 45 minutes for their victory. Well, physically that was demanding, and especially Chen Qingcheng looked mighty relieved at the end. But we've seen enough of the Indonesians to know that they are a big talent. Confirmation of the scoreline, 21-14, 21-19. The match lasting 45 minutes. So Chen Qingcheng and Jia Yifan will qualify for the semi-finals, top of Group B. Coming up next is men's singles, and it's the Olympic bronze medalist Lee Si-Jia of Malaysia up against the Asian Games gold medalist Li Shifeng. Welcome back to Hangzhou Olympic Sports Centre Gymnasium. Plenty for the fans to do, apart from watching some magnificent badminton, of course. And we've had super crowds all week here in Hangzhou. Fan zones, places to try out some badminton, places to eat. It's a whole fan experience. Well, next up, we've got men's singles, and it is the Olympic bronze medalist Elise Jacques, who has won both of his matches so far, up against the Asian Games gold medalist